Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 3 as the Soviet Union. We continue single-handedly basically fighting the Axis because the Allies aren't doing a single damn thing. My hopes of quickly taking the Balkans clearly hasn't worked out. I mean, we did take Bulgaria over here, and we have liberated Greece. Well, liberated, I say. They're now a common term puppet. But yeah, now shattered armies are almost certainly happening over here in the east, where we were expecting to lose and start to retreat, and that's going to have to continue doing it. We are unlocking our 1944 infantry, which is nice. We'll have to spend some industrial capacity upgrading them, but it is going to be really nice to have stronger troops. Right now, we are full 2 years, well, no, we're just over a year ahead of time, right? A year and some months. And then it mostly comes down to how quickly they can go ahead and upgrade this. Light artillery is that one over there. How quickly we can actually upgrade our infantry to take to put the new weapons into use. But I suspect we've got a timing window right now where there's going to be a truly monstrous push as our massive amount of infantry take advantage of the fact that they have great new guns. Japan has enforced conquer on Bhutan. And yet the Allies this entire game have been doing absolute garbage. They've been losing on every single front. Germany have decided defense. News from the front is grim, but all is not lost. New superior weapons will turn the tide. All we need is time to bring them into service. So they had some sort of national decision they triggered, which is probably not good. Ah, dissolution of the Third International. Yes, it is 43. Oh, okay, so they were able to do defense because it's 43. But because it's 43, I'm able to do this. Looks like, I suspect this is a whole lot of communist support everywhere. Is that it? That's the entire decision? Alright, it's not the most exciting thing ever, but, you know, I guess it's a thing. Lack of troops, mostly Kiev. They're saying they don't have enough to take their goal, which is probably true. We still have tons of stuff in the production queue, though, and right now we're spending a lot just doing our upgrades, so we're going to continue to focus on that. Kiev's got quite a bit of stuff queued up for it. So, mostly we just have to let some things finish. Lost the battle of this, lost the battle of that, lost the battle of that. Artillery barrel advancement. We're actually not ahead of time on any of our tech right now. How many things do we have in a queue? What's our leadership? We could probably use a bit more. So, that's fine. How are the doctrines? Mostly that's all we have queued up. I can queue up some of the 1944 stuff again. Mobile warfare. This. Oh, operational level organization. We want that so we can attack a lot more frequently. I'm going to put that up to the top of the queue. That's going to be fine. It's militia and garrison. It's not as big of a deal. We'll go ahead and just wait. And yeah, once these upgrades process, that's going to be an entirely new infantry. But we're finally making some real gains here in Yugoslavia, it looks like. And we're actually just outside of Belgrade. Artillery carriage and sight advances. Okay, artillery's a little bit better. Making some real advances against Hungary as well. Germany's still a little bit slow going, but if we can really punch through everything here, we should be able to start. The Pentagon is finished. Well, it's about time. Come on, we really need the Allies to do something. Heavy AA guns, so our provincial AA guns are going to do better. Ooh, nice. These guys should collapse really soon because we're hitting them from every angle. They're going to pull back. I mean, we're not destroying the troops unless we can get an actual encirclement. Which might be possible if I can take this province before they move back. No, they already pulled back. It doesn't matter. Because that's the thing. Like, if they have nowhere to run, that's when they just shatter and you get rid of them completely. But we should be able to continue making gains here. Just fine. And here, and there, and everywhere. And not only does that give us territorial gains, which is good, but if we can get the countries to be conquered completely or puppeted, then it just removes their troops completely. And actually, let's go ahead and add some more goals. We specifically want to conquer Yugoslavia, not puppet you. We specifically want to conquer Hungary, not just puppet you. We specifically want to conquer Slovakia, not just puppet you. Since you're never going to do much as a puppet. I mean, if you puppet them, then you don't tend to get the partisans that pop up. But it's going to be okay. Alright, so we still have our theaters basically running all the AI. They're just on attack mode, not blitz. The actual Grouping of the theaters looks pretty reasonable. Oh, we actually, Bryansk no longer has a front. And I probably want to go and put that back. So let's give them these provinces over here. I mean, Bryansk is responsible for a bit more of our back lines, but that's probably fine to do something like this. Okay. There we go. Another... Ooh. No, we are going to win that battle. I think they got reinforced at some point, so some of the numbers got reset. We're still making good progress over here. And Greece, yeah. Greece isn't going to do much. They are puppeted. I couldn't set it as a war goal, I don't think, because I wasn't at war with Greece. So I had no choice but to do the regime change. And I think that's what happened in a lot of these. Maybe not. Maybe more of it would be conquest by default. I don't know, because I listed that as my initial declaration of war. I have no idea. UK has conquered Saudi Arabia. That's great. The Allies are finally making some advances. Maybe because of my help. I don't know. Although, Afghanistan is conquering all of India. That's not a good sign. And Japan is all up in here. Also not a good sign. Not to mention all the advances Japan's doing in here. I'm certainly losing the Asian front a little faster than I would like. But it's 43... and we're doing well in the Western front. Certainly the Asian front we will have to reinforce at some point. Economic boost, okay. Don't mind that. I've turned off... oh no, turn off automated trade. Damn, we're still sending a bunch of trade convoys everywhere and they're probably getting sunk. We're not losing any unity, but it could. And we've got everything we need in our country now. I'm just going to like ignore all trade deals from now on. We don't need any trade. I mean, if Greece or something wanted trade, then I guess that would be okay. But yeah. Oh, they actually won a counter battle over there. Still advancing very strongly against Yugoslavia. Now, I don't know if it's the tech chain. Oh, all the upgrades have kicked in, so that probably is helping pretty substantially, actually. I was going to say, I don't know if it's a tech change that gave us the helpful push here or something else, but it's going well. You got to remember, we're using 1944 level infantry right now, and it is early 43, so we've got a heck of an edge. It'd be very nice if our tanks did the same thing, and they're coming very close. These are 44 quality tanks. No, Nationalist Spain, go away. You're dirty, dirty fascists. Definitely don't want to help you. We've annexed Hungary. Nice. Okay, all the Hungarian troops have gone away. Let's make sure that our theater map mode looks sane. That looks pretty good. What we may want to do is minimize how much work the Odessa HQ is doing behind the lines here. Just to free up some troops. Not that they have too many hanging back here. But see, again, Bryansk is not actually making the push. It's everyone else getting it. So tell you what, I'm going to take Bryansk HQ right over here. You can be defensive stance. That's fine. So you're making requests for troops. It's like, you don't need any troops. And what I'm going to do is just give you... all this territory is going to be you now. Which simplifies the job of the actual attacking groups. Production. Still have 500 things in a queue. They're pretty legit. A lot of this is actually going to Bryansk, which is no longer going to be a major attacking force. So I'm actually going to cancel a bunch of the infantry that was going to them. Hadn't even started building them yet, so that's totally okay. Actually, they might want more interceptors. We might want to build some anti-air as well. I mean, one thing to consider is that... okay, we'll get rid of the multi-role fighters. Quite often during these wars, there were these sort of pauses, right? When people, like, sort of stop to rebuild. And to represent that, we keep the front where it is and just put everyone on defensive. So they wouldn't take any crazier risks, and then we can just build up a new army for another push. But I'm not sure that that's required. I'll go ahead and build, what's the anti-air? N. Anti-aircraft gun here. Here. And here. Just so we have a little bit more cover on the front. Do I just want to pump in a bunch of troops to the Far Eastern Front? Do I just want to queue up a bunch more sort of just generic, not assigned to anywhere infantry? Actually, maybe that. Far Eastern, no need for new units. How is that possibly true? Oh, because the front itself wasn't automated. but now it should. Now it'll probably have demands. In fact, it's got lots of demands. Yeah, I don't blame you there, Far Eastern Front. What I think I'm going to do is just queue up a bunch of infantry and a bunch of tanks. And they'll reinforce all over. I mean, there's lots of places that need a lot of things. I'll move a handful of the tanks to the top, and then it's mostly going to be a bunch of infantry. That brings us up to about 1,000 production, and I think that's okay. We might want more interceptors too, actually. I don't have a whole lot of anti-air here, and I think that might be part of what's slowing us down. Not having the air superiority. Tell you what, let's go and build, I don't know, just 5 interceptor rings for now. But I will put it up to the top of the list. Bit more anti-air. Okay. So we've got that. These fronts will fix themselves. You no longer have to prioritize. Oh, that wasn't you who was looking after Budapest. Now reset your AI. You will probably put on a unit reorganization later on, but for now it's okay. Yeah, make that run for Split. Actually, hold on. You can go to Zagreb as your priority. I mean, they'll mostly just fight along the front in general. But we're going to do that. And then the Istanbul HQ... Oh, there it is. It's down at the bottom. Reset you. And you're going to go for Split. Like that and like that, which is going to be fine. Everyone is still mostly doing the right thing. And yeah, these unconnected dudes, we should put you back into some sort of core. Fourth Army is not connected to anything. Oh, it's supposed to be Asia West. And Far Eastern, you can reorganize. Yeah, that's fine. And you're gonna keep getting pushed back. We'll reinforce you at some point, but we got to take care of Hitler first. Okay, so lots of rearrangement along here. Norway. Norway? Did you? Oh, yeah, it's just... Tell you what, I'll say yes, but you're not going to exist for very long, so... That's fine. It'd be really nice if these guys were to make a move. I suppose I'd have to take them off of being automated, because they're not actually interested in attacking. Wait. You can't? This is being held by Germany. So how come it's not advancing in there? Okay, whatever. Go back to being automatic. Just be defensive. That's fine. Good enough. Maybe there's like a straight crossing there that I can't see. Like, feels like I should be able to walk from here to there. I don't know. Maybe there's no supply. That is possible. Yeah, no infrastructure at all. So let's build some up. Well, there was level 1, but that's not enough to move anything through. And you could move in through the north. Like, I don't... Whatever, we'll build a little bit of that. It's not going to kill our world production. Hopefully it'll be okay. Boy, it'd be nice if... Oof. That lag. How come? I don't know. I say it would be really nice if the Allies did anything ever. Hey, why am I lagging? I'm not in the crazy map mode. Political map mode is normally very fast. It's not like the game was running either. I mean, it is now. Ooh, there we go. Winning some battles over here. So we are closing in. So it's still Polish territory over here. But we've actually taken care of most of Poland at this point. In fact, I think it would be very, very... It's going to be very soon when Poland actually probably gets puppeted. Get a regime change. Meanwhile, it looks like we'll do a pretty good push against Yugoslavia, finally. And we are on the verge of getting our 1944 tank tech. Obviously, then we'll have to upgrade everything, but it's okay. Seeing a lot of wins and then a bunch of losses. I'm worried that we'll lose too much ground in the east. But we can do that for a while. So basically, the east of Russia, or of the Soviet Union, is what the west of the Soviet Union looked like historically. Ah, there we go. Poland. Yes. Okay, this is getting really... I think I'm going to have to restart the game here. That happens sometimes. Then you restart and everything is fine and hunky-dory. So this is all the Polish bits. There's actually more bits here that technically belongs to Poland. Depending on how it works, I think we'll end up occupying it as opposed to releasing it back into Poland. But I'm not sure. Lots of surround. Oh, actually. I mean, there's a bunch of Italian troops here, so I don't think we can just run in here and then cut off the remaining German armor, which is really too bad. Really too bad. Because it would be nice to see. Now, this ground attack is planes, right? But those are probably, what, enemy planes? I don't know. Here, let's build some more anti-aircraft guns. Of course, those are going to show up at the bottom of the queue, and by the time they're built, the war will have moved on. Nice, we got our interceptors near the front. They're a bit damaged. Running lots of missions. Oh, see, now there's an opening. Yes! Get in there. The 32nd Tank Division. Get in right over there. These tanks are trying to retreat. They got there first. Boo. Hiss. Are these heavy tanks? That big thick line, I think they are. Didn't realize Germany was using heavy tanks. Interesting. I mean, we haven't unlocked that tech. We're mostly just using the mediums, which I'm usually happy about. They're pretty cost efficient. They're very effective and really good for their cost. I'd rather have more medium tanks than fewer heavy tanks. All right, Slovakia is almost completely gone. Nice. And how's Yugoslavia? Still being pushed back hard. Good. And we're, speaking of medium tanks, so close. End of April. Then we'll have to do a big upgrade run. Luckily, we're basically done all the upgrades to date. Actually, we were done all the infantry upgrades a couple of months ago, I think. So let's go to speed 5. So we'll be able to turn all our industrial capacity to upgrading our medium tanks to the next level. Man, oh man, this has been just brutal. Supplies are good, money is good, fuel is great. Yeah, we have lots of resources. That's the Russian thing. I think I probably should have built more industrial capacity earlier. It's hard to tell because then you're not building other things, right? But I think one of the reasons my last game as the Soviet Union went a little bit better is I think I ended up building more industrial capacity earlier. So I was able to pump out more troops. I mean, it's not going too badly now. We're getting, actually, 377. That's not as high as I'd like. Is it because we're being bombarded so heavily? Probably. That is some pretty goddamn heavy bombardment. There's even some coming from Japan. Yeah, I think maybe the other thing, maybe more than just industrial capacity, I might have just built a lot more interceptors last time. Hell, let's get in some more. Let's build lots of interceptors. And I probably built a lot more anti-aircraft guns, too. Alright, so we'll have a few more wings soon. I didn't accidentally push the ones in progress too low, did I? No, they're still being worked on. Just in case, I'll go ahead and bring them up to the top. There we go, July. But yeah, almost certainly not enough interceptors, and it's really hurting my industrial capacity. Stunting my growth. But we are pushing through, which is good. We still get those tank upgrades soon, which is good. I'll have to restart the game soon, which is a little unpleasant. This lag. Alright, let me bring down, like, the speed to a 1. I don't think it's going to matter. Terrain map mode. No, it's still super laggy. Yeah. And most likely that's because, I think it was in this video, maybe it was in the last one, I'd, like, accidentally bulk selected too many troops and things like that. That tends to be a really good way to kill your performance. Just, I think, I don't know, maybe some sort of memory leak or some UI component stays active in the background and is being processed every turn. So if you've selected a bunch of units and the units are moving and doing things, it'll just kill your update rates. Polish corridor! Amazing! So that means we have, like, Danzig and all that, right? Holy crap, yeah, oh, and, well, the zoom changed it, but otherwise the panning's going well. We are really pushing in here. Where's Berlin? No, that's Hanover. This is Berlin, isn't it? Holy crap. We're closing in on Berlin. And we are flipping the territory over to Poland, which is good. Which is really good. I don't know how many troops Poland will have. Probably not that many, but it still helps. Medium tank armor, good. And do not queue the 46 version at this point. Who is this? Netherlands. No, I'll probably just get those ships sunk, which would be bad. Reinforce conquer on Yugoslavia. There we go. So A, we get the territory, which is, you know, nice on its own. But Yugoslavian troops have mostly gone away. Actually, all gone away. These are French, like Vichy France, I think. No, that's Yugoslavian. So I guess some of the troops are still there, but how are they possibly going to get supplied? Maybe because they're in Italian territory? I suspect that's probably the case. Oh, we're going to blow up this headquarter over here, German headquarter. Because I don't think it'll be able to retreat. No. Not that that kills that many troops, but it's still pretty cool. Alright, these Italian guys are probably going to have a hard time. Let's figure out what our theaters look like and what we want them to look like. Oh, this is bad. In particular, what's the Istanbul theater going to do at this point? Well, I guess... Oh my god, yeah. Alright, this will be a slightly shorter episode because I got to make some adjustments here. Oh, that's rough. Let me toggle your AI just to clear your goal here. And then take the province. I like how the view is still scrolling. And just add the coast here. Like this. And mostly what we're going to do... No, I started clicking over here. There we go. Is I'm just trying to minimize how much work Odessa has to do. So it can focus over here. So the Istanbul theater is actually going to be responsible for fighting Italy. Or maybe more accurately, just holding a defensive line against Italy. In fact, Istanbul is already on the defensive stance, and I think that is correct for it. I think I like that quite a bit. Well, yeah, it's defensive because I just reset it. So we'll get them to set up a defensive line and then figure it out. Meanwhile, in Odessa... Click, click, click. I think you've got Zagreb, right? Where's... Oh my god, where's Zagreb? Zoom, zoom, zoom. It was somewhere in this mess. And you were on defensive stance. I failed to reset you at some point. I don't know if I even care about the victory map mode necessarily. But you know what would be really nice? Is if we started to capture some more air bases. And München over here is actually one of our victory goal conditions overall. So Odessa is going to make a move this way, while Istanbul holds this front. And we may make some more adjustments here, but I'm going to definitely have to restart the game and see how it goes at that point. How are the theaters in the north? Yeah, so once again, the Stavka theater is not really getting anything done. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to increase your stuff anymore. I'm just going to do this, and some of these theaters are going to start to become increasingly poorly named. Let me zoom in again so that it's not quite as laggy. You're going to become just a defensive theater. Something like that. But what I'm going to do is contribute some troops from you to the Smolensk HQ. So you have an army group here. You've got 2 armies. I'm going to take your 7th army. Detach. Move you to the Smolensk HQ. And the Smolensk HQ, we're going to make sure that you have army unit reorganization. Actually, I'll hold you off. I'll take the 7th army, detach you, and put you in the 3rd army group. There we go. So now you're in proper structure over here. All right. So there's effectively just as many people fighting on this front here. but they're focused within one theater group, and this theater only has this area to look after. Once the troops get repositioned, well, they'll really be able to make a push. In fact, they might be a good candidate for a blitz of some kind. We'll see how it goes. And you've got some planes right on the front. Some interceptors. Good. Really need, yeah. I think the fact that we didn't have as many interceptors was certainly hurting our production quite a bit. Hopefully we'll get them underway soon. Could build more anti-air over here too. Let's go ahead and build one here by the airstrip, in case they decide to bombard the airstrip, because that would be really annoying. Pop you up to the top. How long does it take to build the anti-air? Oh, not very long, like 1 month. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. Heck, maybe I should just get like a whole row of anti-aircraft guns over here in place. In a month we may have pushed, but potentially not that much. There you go. So we'll just catch some planes when they're flying overhead. Okay. War is going relatively well. I am not confident overall, though, just because of how little the Allies are doing. We can only do so much on our own. And, of course, remember that Asia, and our eastern side here, is being blasted pretty strongly. They still have a long way to go, and there's poor supply. They're actually going to have a hard time continuing to push. Although if they capture these planes here and have a bad day. You know, some of these tank divisions may getting apply over there. Again, we'll keep pushing the west for now. That's one of the other things I could do, is take one of these forces that is now sort of a bit more defensive. Like who has it here? I have Stavka, so I've pulled some of your troops off. But over here, Bryansk, you're going to have a lot of troops just sitting idle. So what if I go into your 7th Army group? Yeah, you only had 1 army. And, you know, some corps, but not that much. Let's say I take one of these corps, which is not that motorized, but is something. I'm going to take you, and I'm just going to attach you directly to the Far Eastern Theater. There you go. So then you should do a strategic deployment over there. It'll take up a lot of resources, and it'll take you forever to get there. But we may as well move some troops in that direction. Some of them that are being built are being applied there, and then the other thing is, I mean, by the time this becomes relevant, like by the time we finish this queue, it will be time to deal with the Far Eastern Theater. I could just queue up a million billion things for the Far East. I don't know if I want to do it this way, though. Anyway, we're going to put a cut in here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.